Welcome guys to another video of Jurassic World Alive. Today I will be going over the 3.3 release notes that have come out yesterday. I am uploading this on the 24th and yesterday was Thanksgiving and I wanted a day off to myself where I do absolutely nothing at all. So hope you all had a good Thanksgiving, sorry. And you guys also relaxed as well. Because that's exactly what I did. It was just a chill day for me. No work, no nothing, just me time. So I will be going over the new dinosaurs, new abilities, the Apex enhancements, which I'm pretty sure you guys are already aware of, so maybe not. And the dinosaur buffs. So strap yourselves in, ladies and gentlemen, because this one carries probably the most meta-defying dino we have seen in a while. And I'm here to tell you all about it. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Oh god, I think I just messed up my microphone. I I don't know what I was doing. I was like touching my microphone and I hope I didn't mute myself for like the past 10 minutes because I was just talking. And if that and if that happened, I will genuinely kick myself because I was giving this like in-depth analysis and I was just I was just giving this in-depth like analysis full on like what I think these omegas can bring and all that just for me to be muted for 10 minutes. But I think I'm good now. Hopefully we don't have any issues. I will see in post or while editing if I muted myself, and if I did, well then you guys can comment L Tiger and all your L ratios and whatnot. Anyway, I was just about to get onto Carnotaurus. This is my personal favorite of the Omegas. I still hold a bias against Omegas because they're Omegas. Nobody likes them. Nobody cares for them. And hold on, let me just pull up my notes here. All right, so Carnotaurus. It looks weird right off the bat. I'm seeing that this. I mean, maybe it's just a profile picture. Maybe it looks better in game. We'll have to see. But that does not look like a Carcar to me. That just looks like a Maposaurus or something, or just not Carnotaurus. The one from Planet Dinosaur is my personal favorite iteration of Karkar, but this thing, I'm still gonna be excited to unlock it because it's one of my favorite carnivores. I've loved it since I was a little kid. It was up there with Spinosaurus and Allosaurus for me, so maybe that's why I'm not gonna be too harsh on it. But we'll have to see in game once it gets released. This dino has Bruising Strike, Precise Group Distracting Impact, Swap and Disarming Strike, Interrupting Impact, Critical on Escape, and Instant Fierce Rampage. Damn, man. Yeah, this thing is... It looks pretty good. I mean, it's going to be up there with the UT. It's going to be up there with the 93 Classic T-Rex, in my opinion. Just because of the amount of things it can do. It's, very... what's the term for it? It's usable. You have that Swap and Disarming Strike, and knowing these fierce omegas, they're going to hit very hard. I mean, we saw in my video a couple days ago where Uterranus just had like 200% crit damage and 100% critical chance. So I'm expecting this thing to hit harder than a train. But already looking at this thing, it's a solid omega. I would put it at mid-tyrant. 8 out of 10 for me. Oh god. It's early in the morning when I'm recording this, and I still have not eaten my breakfast yet, or just made myself coffee or whatnot. I'm going off this completely off the dome. Is that how they say it? No, I don't know. I don't know why I'm doing this to myself. This is like a day after the notes when I should have honestly just recorded this early in the morning yesterday, but notes came out later in the afternoon, so now I have no other choice, right? I'm going off on a rant. I better shut up. Oh, like instant fierce rampage. I think that has a cooldown of 1, so you can just cycle through hits, and that'll be very, very powerful. You can go for instant fierce rampage, then you can go for interrupting impact or precise group, and then fierce rampage again. And knowing the damage that this thing will have, it'll be devastating. It'll be a omega that a lot of people will use, in my opinion. However, you gotta unlock that move at level 21, so fuck you guys. But the good news is, or it's rather bad news, but it's good and bad news. The good news is you can get omegas now more frequently, and I'm pretty sure they upped the darting on it. I think someone told me that in the notes. Spawn more frequently on the map, and let's see. Yeah, so the darting limit increases. Like I said, good and bad news. Nobody wants level 30 clever girls going around this early on in the game, do we? Anyway, I've already gone over this thing. I saved Car for last. So what I'm going to be going over now is the new hybrid, the legendary Kakusaurus. Oh my god, the train is back to kill my vibe yet again. Shut up. I can't. I can never upload a perfect video. It is always like there is some noise in the background. There is just some external factor that comes in and just ruins my day. Concuisaurus, this thing is going to be a pretty good legendary in my opinion. It's a good staller, it's a good tank buster, and all around very usable. Every hybrid in this update is very well centered either in a team or just around their own moves. The Apex definitely holds that standard. Well, I can't really make a judgment on it because I don't know its resistances or its immunities, but if I had to wager a guess, I like just going right off this, I'd give it solid 6 or 7 out of 10. The only reason why it can't be higher is because, again, we have Omegas in the legendary format, which completely ruin it because now the Omegas are open to more moves and more ways to kill you. That's my personal stance on it. Overall, Ferocious Resilient Strike, Taunting Shielded Heal, Furious Rampage, Group Hastening, Precise Impact, Shattering, Devour, Counter Strike, all seem like very good moves. They all work well in a way with each other. I mean, the Shattering Devour Strike, that looks very good. Ferocious Resilient Strike, that's great because now you can increase your heal, or you can you can increase your damage output possible. That's what I mean to say. Great legendary. It's giving me not Register, Regicalosaurus vibes when it was first released, like when it was a stronger dino. God bless those days. I missed them. Anyway, Concadosaurus. This thing is very interesting because it is a unique of Concuisaurus or Concacuisaurus. Okay, I was getting that wrong. Concacuisaurus and Tenatosaurus. So yeah, it's I thought this thing would be between Concavinator and Tenata. That's why I was like saving a fuck ton of Tenato. But I still saved it nonetheless because I can now get it to level 27, which is great. Because this thing is very strong, as we'll see here. Ferocious Resilient Strike, Group Cleansing Group Shield, Rampage Intervention, Group Nullifying Impact, and Ferocious Counter Healing Strike. These moves are very, very good. Already I can tell you that turn 1 Rampage, depending on how much attack this thing will have, it'll be pretty good. I mean, Rampage Intervention, in my opinion, is already a pretty good move to have because you shield yourself, you do a Armor Piercing Rampage, and you heal. You don't heal much, albeit, but it's still a heal nonetheless. However, with the... Oh yeah, and also has minor heal on escape with its reactive ability there as well. So this thing heals a lot, and with the Ferocious Counter Strike, this thing's probably, in my opinion, I think this thing will be decently slow. I don't think it'll be fast because Tenatosaurus isn't fast. Concavinator isn't fast, and I wouldn't imagine this thing, the cog, to be fast either. What was I gonna say? Yeah, so you're gonna increase your damage, you're gonna increase your healing output, and this thing has a nullifying group move, so that's pretty good. And by the looks of it, it increases your armor, which if I go to the notes, yeah, you increase armor for 25%, which is great. Overall, I think this thing will be a very great, what the fuck? Very good unique to use in the arena. It's going to be very good in the unique skill tournament, unique advantage. I'm definitely going to use this thing. It looks pretty cool, and I want this thing on my dream team. Let's see, anything else to say about it? I think it might be like the Atrosa Molog, for example, where it has great moves, shit resistances. That's what I'm getting from this thing. I'm like, we'll have to see when it comes out, because if I were to wager a guess, it's probably going to have distraction resistance, vulnerability immunity, some sort of speed decrease immunity, and swap prevention, because everything has that nowadays. But I think it'll be strong. We'll have to see its stats and moves. But going off on paper, I'll give this thing an 8 out of 10. It looks solid. It looks good, and I can already hear people screaming for a nerf. The thing that I know will definitely be screaming for a nerf is this thing, the Skun Metron, which before I go on, I will say with confidence that I'm pretty sure this thing will be the deadliest dino in the game. This, not deadliest Apex, not deadliest Hybrid, deadliest dino in the entire game. For what it can do, you're about to see. Skunometrodon, Tyrannometrodon, and Skunosaurus. So we have two uniques instead of the one legendary, one Apex. Sorry, one unique. God, I need my coffee now. I usually don't go my mornings without coffee, and you can really see how it's affecting me. Oh, fuck me. Alert Strike. So I'm going to pull up this move on my handy dandy laptop. Alert Strike. The text here is for the strike. It's not even for alert impact, alert defensive rampage. No, this is for a fucking strike. So when you're secure, over 50% HP, you remove damage decrease, increase armor 15%, 1 turn 2 attacks, target highest speed opponent, remove dodge, cloak, speed increase, and attack times 1. That's when you're secure. When you're threatened, below 50, what is it? You're below 50% HP. Or no, sorry, you're 50% HP or less. So you're going to cleanse vulnerability. You're going to target current lowest opponent, lowest HP opponent, destroy shields, remove taunt, attack times 1, bypassing armor, devour heal 40% damage dealt over 2 turns. That's a strike move, guys. That is a strike move. I would expect that with like an impact or something, but no, that's a strike move. I can see why why they call this thing the alert expert. It is the deadliest alert expert. Oh, now you guys think that's bad. No. We're getting onto the goodies here. Alert impact. So when you're over 50% HP, you target all opponents, reduce speed 50%, 2 turns, 4 attacks, 1 attack 1.5 times damage, bypassing dodge. Very good. So this thing will deal with the likes of Clever Girl and Pantherator in my opinion, although Pantherator, I think if you hunt, you should be good, because I don't think... I mean, it's kind of... We'll have to see if this thing has armor or whatnot, because it most definitely will, because it has Skuna. But I think this thing will counter Pantherator already. However, when you're threatened, you target all opponents, destroy shields, 1.5 times damage, bypassing armor, devour heal, 50% HP dealt over 2 turns. So now we're getting up higher devour heal. First it was 40%, now it's 50%. This thing is already looking very, very dangerous. I think this thing will take Gemigod's place as the best creature in the game. Gemigod is no longer the best creature. Let me just pull up my laptop a little bit closer. Alright, so alert defensive rampage. Again, you're going to see why that's important. Secure. I'm going to go right here. Keep forgetting. 50%, so when you're over 50% HP, it's a priority move. Target, cleanse all negative status effects. So it's you cleanse yourself of every bad effect. You shield 50%, 2 turns, 4 attacks. Increase armor 25%. And you make the opponent vulnerable. That has no delay, by the way. And when you're threatened, self 50% HP or less, it's a priority again. However, now you target the highest HP opponent, bypassing armor. Devour heal 80% damage dealt over 4 turns. So not only are you going to heal the 50% that you did previously, but now you are doing an additional 80%. But that's not it. There's more. There is actually more. Battle ready. So this move is what makes alert defensive rampage even more deadly. Battle ready. Now, for some of you who might not be, for those who are just reading off this and you're like, oh, you're sacrificing your HP. I can see it, right there. Why is there a sacrifice? You'll see. So, when you're secure, over 50% HP, it's a priority. Target self, cleanse all negative status effects. Target team, increase damage, speed 25% for 3 turns. Target self, so this has some braid usage, which I'm excited for. I'm excited for. Target self, increase damage, End speed 25% 3 turns. Sacrifice 51% of opponent's max or sorry, your HP. If it was opponent's HP, dear God. No, you sacrifice 50%, 51% of your own HP. God, I cannot talk. And target all opponents reduced damage 100%, 1 turn, 2 attacks. Threatened, sell 50% or less. Oh wait, sorry, yeah. I was like, wait, what? No, okay, so target all opponents, reduce damage, 100%, 1 turn, 2 attacks when you're secure. However, when you're threatened, it's a priority move, so you target itself, heal 75% of your max HP, remove all effects, shield 100% for 1 turn, 1 attack, cooldown of 1. So, this thing, with creatures like this, we see we see dinos that work well in a team. They are team players. They work well with their teammates to help them either set up or finish or like you don't really need the team for an opening match, but usually with this you rely on your teammates, your own dinos, to set up or finish. This thing, however, says fuck that. I am a one-man army. So you deliberately hurt yourself with battle ready. However, that sets you up for alert defensive rampage, which again, it bypasses armor, devour heals 80%, so you are going to heal a lot, and whatever damage you do take, you can just heal that back up again because battle ready only has a cooldown of 1, and alert defensive rampage has a cooldown of 2. And that's not it, by the way. There's more. Alert counter. If I go here, I'm slowly but surely losing my voice. My throat just feels extremely dry. I better wrap up this video quickly. Alert counter. So it's counterattack, and they're just adding salt to the wound at this point. When you're over 50% HP, you destroy shields, attack 0.5, and when you're threatened, 50% HP or less, you're bypassing dodge. And making them vulnerable from the looks of this. Holy shit. Also, yeah, the reactive ability. When the opponent has 10 HP or less, you cleanse damage reduction, target lowest HP opponent, destroy shields, attack for 10,450, so that's just amazing. Bypassing armor and dodge. Can you guys now see why I'm calling this the deadliest dino in the entire game? Yeah, if not, get your eyes checked. Wow, this thing is very, very, like, this thing has an answer to every situation. You throw out a cunning, well, you're just gonna shield yourself up. You're up against a resilient, oh, I can just, go right through that. You're up against another fierce, priority move. And it has a counter after all that. The only thing that I'm thinking of that can really screw this thing over is if it doesn't have swap prevention immunity and swapping damage. This thing doesn't have an on-escape, thank God, or a swap-in ability. So it's at least susceptible to you swapping out on it. However, I don't think you want to swap out on it unless it's like very, very low HP. So Thylos will probably be a counter to this. We haven't seen its resistances or immunities yet, but do we even need to? I mean, do you see this? Do you see this? And it's an Apex as well, so it's probably going to have like very good resistances and immunities. Holy shit, that is dangerous. That is very, very threatening. The fact that it hurts itself to make itself stronger in a way and do more damage is very fascinating to me. I don't think we've ever seen a creature that does that sort of like move, but very strong. I'm giving this a 10 out of 10 already. It gets the tiger stamp of approval. Do I need to talk about anything else? I'm going to pause this recording here just so I can go over quickly. Hold on, I'll be right back. So new, ability interface improvements. Okay. Dinosaur updates. Haas Maximus is going to be receiving a buff. It will be getting Piercing Screech now reduces armor for 20%. Piercing Screech's critical chance now lasts for 4 attacks instead of 2, which is pretty good. Ravenous Rampage now deals 2.5 times damage instead of 2. So again, very good, and I know my friend Minnie will be loving this because he uses Hast. And the health got a reasonably sized buff from 4350 to 5950. Sorry, 4950. Very, very good. For a cunning, that is a lot of health. I think that's more than Ref's 4.8k health. This one, however, I'm excited for. Mortem Rex. My favorite dino in the game, or one of my favorite dinos in the game. Fierce Impact now becomes Afflicting Lockdown Impact. So if I pull up my screen right now, Fierce Impact now becomes Afflicting Lockdown Impact, and Alert Fatal Strike now cleanses all negative effects when threatened instead of cleansing vulnerability. In my opinion, it should have just cleansed regardless, because when you're down threatened, you're usually just gonna get taken out, whether that be from a swapper or just head on. Yeah, I think that should have just cleansed regardless, because it would have. I mean, what's the point of threatening when cleansed? Like, you're like, if you're threatened, you might as well just die, right? Am I not like is that not weird, right? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I personally think it should have cleansed, regardless. But if you guys want to know, the new move it's getting is called Afflicting Lockdown Impact, which I just talked about, and you cleanse vulnerability. You target the lowest HP, destroy shields, remove taunt, or 1.5 times damage, bypassing armor. Target all creatures, afflict all resistances, 100%, one turn, one attack, prevent swap, 2 turns, and that thing has a cooldown of 3. So that's gonna be a little bit awkward for raids now, but it's gonna be interesting to see how it does in PvP. Depending on how it does, I will be using it, no doubt, because it's fucking Godzilla. So, and to top it all off, is also receiving the 4950 health buff, and it's getting 10% armor. However, this thing's tier 5 enhancement move is very, very good. Let me just go down to where it is. But it has a move where if you get a kill, you heal 150% of your damage stat. So that's extremely good. So because Mortem Rex usually can achieve a kill, I think now it just depends on what you're up against. I don't really know how to word it, but Mortem Rex is just in general, it's okay at getting a kill. Like if it got cleansing impact, it would definitely, without a question, be very, very good. I'm still a little bit iffy on it, regrettably, because it's still swap and bait. I mean, yeah, you can afflict, but that only lasts a turn, so you're not really. I mean, you got roar, and if roar did increase attack before the hit, that would be extremely good, because then you can afflict, then you can kill. I don't know. I'll have to see its performance before I come up with a final decision, but I'll be placing it at low tyrant for now. And then the final buff, Arctovicilis. Alert persistent group shields is now a priority in threatened state, and alert Arctic blast is now a group move in threatened state. Pretty good. Not, I don't see a lot of people talking about Arctovicilis, but in my opinion, I think it's better, but it's not going to really do much, because we're still in a very fierce heavy meta, and especially now with Tyranno, Skun Metron, whatever it's called, it's going to be very, very strong. I mean, sorry, very, very weak to take it up. I think I don't want to say it's the worst of the Apexes, because Hast Maximus is here, but Hast's buff does look alright. I mean, we'll have to see how all 3 of these guys do. Mortem Rex definitely got the best buff out of them all. Hast's probably the second, and Vicilis third. But that's probably going to be a close. I was going to wrap it up for today's video. Let me know what you guys think of the Carnotaurus, the other Omegas, the Kakusaurus, Kakusaurus, and especially that sweet Skun Metron that I know a lot of you are going to be upset about. I personally, we haven't gotten an Apex in months, I'm pretty sure, so this is a not so welcome introduction back, but it's a welcome one nonetheless. I think it's safe to say that we can call this thing the deadliest dino in the game, right? This will 100% be the deadliest Apex or dino in the game, no question. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and if you enjoyed it, comment down below what you like about it and what you don't like about it. It has been a fucking 30-odd minute video, so I better get to editing this. But I've been your host, Tiger Plays, and that's going to be a wrap up for today's video. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.